Here we go. Hi. Good evening. Hi, Riley. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good summer. So tonight's our last night. This will be the last night that I do bedtime stories. And it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed reading stories to you all summer long. And I'm so glad all of you have joined me. It's been a lot of fun. So, cuddle up and get a blanket, get your stuffed animal, and we'll read this last story together. And then next week, school starts. And so I'll be able to see all of you in school. We'll be able to talk Read-a-Palooza. Hi, Olivia. We are, we pulled ahead a little bit in Read-a-Palooza. We were in first place. However, that Ledgeview school, I'll tell you what, those kids are really reading. And we have 180,893 minutes, and they have 183,000. So they're just about 3,000 ahead of us. But we still have so many minutes. Yes, I am excited for school to start, and I hope that you are too. It looks like I'm talking to Teddy Rex. So yes, I'm very excited. Mr. Scott and I have been in every day now for about 3 weeks getting things ready. The teachers are now in their classrooms getting things ready. We've had kindergarten students in the building getting to meet their teacher and kind of learning all those kindergarten things, You know how kindergartners are. They're a little bit afraid, and so we love them up a lot, and they've started coming into the school. Yes, Riley, I bet you're not ready. My grandson said the same thing. He's not really ready to come back to school. But the nice thing is you get to see all your friends again. You get to see your new teacher. And good, Teddy Rex. I'm glad you're ready. But I am definitely ready. So anyways, keep on reading. Keep on logging your minutes. We're going to keep doing this when school starts back up because we're allowed to do it all the way into September a little ways. I want to say September 15th maybe. Oh, hi. Yes. Okay. So Robbie Smith, but your son is very excited these days. That's great. Good. So anyway, let's get started. Okay. So this is Buster. Buster's by Denise Fleming. Like I said, we'll be able to do Read-a-Palooza a little bit whenever we get back in school. So maybe we'll be able to pull away and beat the Ledgeview. Who knows? And then I know Mr. Scott may have something in the works for us, just to celebrate all the minutes that we have read. So we'll have to find out. So anyway, wow, Bentley is excited. Good. My name is Audrina. Okay, good. So now I know who I'm talking to. All right, well, let's start off with Denise Fleming. This is Buster. I don't know about, I know I've done some animal stories this summer because I love pets. I always like to read the inside of the jacket. Buster was a happy dog. He had everything he could ever want. Then one day his owner, Brown Shoes, brought home the big box. Inside the big box was something Buster did not want, but that something was named Betty. So I wonder what Buster would not want. He's a dog. Are you guessing what maybe he doesn't like or would not want? So here's Buster. Buster was a happy dog. He had everything he could ever want. He had dishes with his name painted on them in curvy letters. A large grassy yard with a tall oak tree to nap under. I feel like we're getting a little bit of a glare. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. There we go. That might help. A sand pit for taking dirt baths, and an in and out flap on the back door, a basket full of toys, a radio tuned to his favorite station, and Brown Shoes, who took Buster to the park whenever Buster asked. Buster was a happy dog until Brown Shoes brought home the big box. The big box. Buster stared at the big box. He hoped there were juicy steaks or fancy French cheeses or spicy sausages in the big box. So look, he's dreaming of all the things that could be in this box. What do you think's in there? But there were no steaks, no cheeses, no sausages in the box. There was just a bag of sand, a large flat pan, 2 small dishes, and a cat named Betty. Buster was not happy. Buster was afraid of cats. Did you think there was a cat in there? Betty jumped down off the table. She began to purr and twist and turn around Buster's legs. That's what my cat does. My cat likes to walk around my legs. Buster was terrified. He was afraid to move. If I ignore her, thought Buster, maybe she'll go away. Betty did everything to attract Buster's attention. She slept in Buster's dishes with the curvy letters. Buster ignored her. She ran up and down Buster's favorite tree. Buster ignored her. She dug in Buster's sandpit. Buster ignored her. I guess he thought maybe she would go away if he ignored her. She ran in and out of the flap. Buster ignored her. She hid Buster's toys. Buster ignored her. Then she changed the station to Buster's radio. That was too much for Buster. Started messing with his radio. It says, a fine park. Buster slipped under the fence. He ran down the block and 5 streets and around 2 corners until he came to a park. Not his usual park, but a fine park with tall trees, a bubbling fountain, tubs of flowers, large grassy patches, and not a cat in sight. Sounds like the perfect park for him. No Betty, thought Buster as he drank from the fountain. No Betty, thought Buster as he rolled in the sand. No Betty, thought Buster as he listened to his favorite radio station. No Betty, thought Buster as he fell asleep in the shade of a tall tree. Lost is the title. Buster woke up. He was hungry. He was lonely. Soon it would be dark. Buster was ready to go home. He looked up the street. He looked down the street. Nothing looked familiar. Buster circled the park to the left. He circled the park to the right. Buster had no idea which direction was home. Buster was lost. Buster asked the big yellow dog if he knew which way was home. He asked the tiny black dog if she knew which way was home. He asked the man sweeping the walks if he knew which way was home. No one in the park had any idea where Buster lived. Buster sat very still and tried to remember the route he had taken to the park. But he had been so busy trying to get away from Betty that he hadn't paid any attention. Boy, he's really in trouble now, isn't he? Doesn't know where he's at. Home. Poor Buster's wishing he was home. All Buster could think about was how he would never see his home, his dishes, his sandpit, his toys, his tree, or brown shoes again. What would he do? Where would he go? Just then, a pigeon circled Buster. It landed close to Buster's ear. See it right there? Coo, cuckoo, said the pigeon, looking up. Buster looked up, way up. In the top of the tall tree, several streets over, Buster saw a waving ball of white fur. The tree looked very familiar. The waving ball of fur looked very familiar. It was Betty. Buster ran out of the park around 2 corners, over 5 streets, turned left, and ran up the block, all the time keeping an eye on Betty. You see how he ran all through? Buster slipped under the fence. Betty ran down the tree and over to Buster. Betty began to purr and twist and turn around Buster's legs. Buster was a happy dog. He had everything he could ever want and more. Buster made it back home. I don't know, have you ever been lost for a little bit? It's quite scary if you ever get lost, even for just a little bit when you can't find where you're supposed to be, or you lose your family for just a little bit. It can be scary. So Buster, I think he was a little scared, but then he found out that his friend Betty saved him by being up in the tree. It's been a lot of fun reading to you guys this summer. I hope you've enjoyed it. And, maybe we can do it again next summer. I don't know. We'll have to see. But keep on reading. And I look forward to seeing all of you on Tuesday. Actually, Monday nights, Meet the Teacher. So come out Monday night for Meet the Teacher. I'll see you then. And then Tuesday, school starts. So have a great rest of the week and a great weekend.